maritime environmental things. Energy efficiency is the word of today. For the ships, International Maritime Organization had set out a so-called MARPOL Convention. Annex 1 is about the oil. Ship may not discharge oily water which is more than 15 parts per million of oil. A good engineer says that that kind of water is easily drinkable. MARPOL Annex 2 is about chemicals. Number 3 annex is about the harmful substances. Number 4 is sewage, which is many times on our news, for example, when the cruise vessels are pumping out the sewage, for example, on the Baltic Sea. That should be definitely not allowed, that should be forbidden, and ships should leave all their sewage on the shore, and they should be treated as well as on the sewage from the land organizations. Annex 5 is about the garbage. For example, the plastic is any sea area in the world, it's not allowed to dump plastics at the sea, but we can read from the newspapers that there are big floating derelicts, for example, of plastic waste, and then, for example, these kind of plastic wastes are found from the whale's stomach, and that whale is then gone. Annex 6 is for the air pollution, and where there are very strict rules, and we can see that 2007 it was something like 3.3% of the SOx came from the ships, but now already to this year 2016 that is about 6% of the world SOx is coming from the ships. So it means that the industry on land has done more work than the ships. But now we are coming to the more energy efficient ships, and new rules are coming into force, so it means that ships will be also less pollutant. Energy efficiency is followed 24/7 on the ships. There is following centers, and the administrations are taking samples from the funnel, that what kind of is the emissions, and if you break the rules you will have sanctions, so you will have a fee. But in the very last, I like to say that the shipping, it's very environment friendly, and the crews of the ships are trained so that the sea comes first, and they are less pollutant this time. The vessels without the crew are called unmanned vessels, and they also said that autonomous vessels. We can say that this is going to happen in some sea areas. We will have these kind of ships. They will do a normal routine, but just had the calculations that maybe on year 2050 we have about maximum 15% of the ships will be autonomous unmanned ships, steered, handled from the shore station.